What's up everyone? How's it going? I was just gonna talk for a minute about what I'm reading. That was really the whole point of today. I really didn't want to have stuff like this light on, but like this is the natural lighting that I have right now because it's California and we're on fire and it's super orange. I don't know, maybe this is kind of cool lighting. Maybe I should deliver my what I'm reading like this since I am a fantasy writer. I don't know, but it's so weird what's going on out here in California and in Oregon and Washington and all of that, all the fires. It's just whatever. Anyway, welcome back to this channel. This is my author channel, so this is this is the first video I've posted on it, and I don't even know, years and years. I have some of my original writing advice on here from years and years ago, as well as a couple of travel videos since I opened up Get Right On In. I thought, you know, when I watch YouTubers, I actually really enjoy personal vlogs and stuff like this, and I'm certainly open to all of that. I just didn't really think that it was appropriate for that channel, just because for me the purpose of that channel is really for other writers and not to just sit there talking about myself. So I don't know, that's just my opinion. I just wanted to have my author channel to be more about just whatever, you know. This is me being more me, less, I mean scripted. Yeah, I'm scripted on that, whatever, I don't care. I write the episodes out first because they're advice based and I want to make sure that I get all the points. But yeah, so I wanted to do some more personal content over here on this channel. It's just kind of a side channel for me right now, just a little extra for videos like this that I just think are kind of, I guess, fun or more personalized and just me talking about things. Like I said, today I'm going to be talking about just what I'm reading. I'm currently reading The Queen's Executioner. It is book 1 of the Mage Lands epic by Christopher Mitchell. I'm going to do like a book review on it when I'm all done, so that's probably going to have all the spoilers and all the in-depth kind of opinions and stuff. For these little weekly vlogs, I'm just kind of doing daily check-in kind of stuff, I guess, just to talk about what I'm reading throughout the week. Right now it's Thursday. More than halfway through the week. I've been wanting to do this actually every day, but because of this orange and fire and all these other crazy stuff, I just haven't really been, I don't know, I guess in the mood to talk to the camera because it's just been wild. But I do enjoy this book. If you do subscribe over on that other channel, the Get Right On In one, in a couple of weeks, you're gonna see why and how I chose this book, because there's 5 books that I'm currently reading for a work in progress that I have going on specifically for that channel. All 4 of these books were on sale for 99 cents, like the 4-pack for 99 cents, and I don't really like Kindle versions of books. I have a harder time getting into them. While the hard copies of the book that I ordered are on their way, I wanted to at least be able to get started, so I went ahead and just bought the 4-book pack. I'm about 2/3 of the way through. It's not my favorite book in the world, but it's not like the worst thing that's ever been written. I'll definitely talk more about that in my book review. I guess right now my biggest issue, and I've been actually writing like a chapter by chapter review for myself. I guess my biggest issue at the moment is that there's this one character who will currently remain nameless, who I feel is supposed to be like the main character, but she has nothing to do with anything else going on. I don't know. I will talk about that, like I said, more in like the review. I'm on chapter 22 of 34, I think, and I think she's had 4 chapters, and I think she's supposed to be like the main event of the book, and I'm just very confused as to why she's even part of it, because each chapter is a different perspective, which I'm totally down for, but every other character interacts with every other character, so you're able to get to know everybody through everybody else's perspective. This one character is just off. I just don't get it. Like, I don't know yet how she is fitting into this story, and I know that it's a series, but I even have in my little chapter by chapter notes that if it hasn't become clear how she's involved in everybody else by the end of the first book, like, I'm knocking off a whole star rating from whatever it gets, and I may or may not continue with the series, because it's fine for her to be separate. I'm not mad about all that at all, but it's just now that I'm literally 2/3 of the way through, moving in toward the end, and everyone else has stuff that's like getting exciting and moving forward, I'm still just like, what is this character doing here? Because now I just feel like her chapters are adding space that doesn't need to be here, and she's how the book opens. She's the first character that we meet. So I have some up and downs on this. I hope to finish finish it either today or tomorrow and then move on to the next one. You're gonna see more about that in this video because, yeah, I'm thinking about doing these little weekly vlogs just about what I'm reading and stuff. I was actually inspired by Murphy Napier. If you follow her channel, she's one of the many that inspired me to start my own channel as well. She and her little reading vlogs are at least what made me want to get back over on my own author channel like this, because I like to post personal stuff, and I don't mind sharing things in my life. I don't mind talking about personal stuff. I just didn't want it to be on that channel, my Right On In channel, because that whole purpose of that channel is to not be about me, actually. So it seems maybe different based on how, at least right now, because it's just the beginning, so I'm trying to establish myself as, you know, the helm of the thing or whatever. Since this channel already exists, I just thought I'd resurface it for some more personal content. So let me know what you think. After I get through these 5 books that I'm currently about to get through that you're gonna hear all about, please feel free to leave me some recommendations on more, because I would love to read them. So see you, well, in a jump cut for you, but probably tomorrow for me. Hi again, friends. How you doing? My lighting is getting more normal today and less orange. I'm glad that right now this glare from my camera is not too bad on my glasses. I don't know why I couldn't get it to be like that on my writing channel, because I actually like wearing these glasses. It was all that pretty much the whole time, so whatever. Anyway, I'm just back again for my reading vlog. This is not all gonna be what I talk about on this channel. This video, obviously, or the reading vlog videos will obviously be just about what I'm reading. I am not gonna do that forever. Today is actually also really, it's like all foggy outside. Yes, and there's a dog barking, and then there's a dog sitting on the bed right here trying to hang out. What y'all doing? But anywho, I'm still reading The Queen's Executioner by Christopher Mitchell. Yesterday I was talking about how there was one character who I couldn't really figure out how was involved with the rest, and how if she didn't like interact with them by the end, I was gonna be really upset. And then in the next chapter they finally all met. So if you ever do read that book, I promise all characters connect, even if it doesn't seem like they do. Again, I'll be probably, you know, doing the full review over on the writing channel. These books in particular, yes, I think I said that yesterday, that these 5 that I'm reading for that channel are gonna be reviewed over there. I haven't decided if I'm gonna keep book reviews here or there yet, so I don't know, we'll see. I enjoy it. The beginning of this book felt more like Joe Abercrombie style to me, but now getting toward the end, it's starting to feel more like Brandon Sanderson, Mistborn type of vibes. It's cool. It definitely has just changed up a little bit though. Oh well. Sorry, I don't know, I'm looking like in the background to see what you can see, because my room's a mess. I usually clean it before I film, but that's why I just sit in this like nook by the window when I do these, because I'm just like, I'm just gonna sit here and talk about books instead of like cleaning up like I probably should. So anyway, I'm getting a haircut today, so the next time you see me will be a little bit shorter, except for I am gonna check it actually after my morning reading. Yeah, I wanted to get my hair cut so that when I film I can start looking super nice. Okay, so I thought I was gonna finish that book earlier, but I didn't. I'm happy. Look at this, my lighting's coming back. The sun, how exciting. Maybe I shouldn't sit this close to the window now. This is why my glasses don't do well when I sit this close, because this is my natural. I sit in the sun. I also, it's my personal channel, I will just admit that I have just started hair treatment for my thinning ass hair in my 30s. Love it so much, except for I don't. I was like, it seems like it's just gonna be that one spot, so I'd rather try and make it look good, so we'll see how I look in a couple months. Your hair it's supposed to fall out first though, so if I'm looking bald over the next couple of weeks, that's why. What I wanted to talk about, especially as far as the reading goes, is that I've been reading also the complete works of Sherlock Holmes. Like I said, I haven't finished Queen's Executioner yet. I thought I was going to today, but I just haven't. I might still later on. I want to know if there's anybody else out there who knew that Sherlock Holmes was a coke addict. I literally had no idea. I feel like the only Sherlock Holmes book I ever read was The Hound of the Baskervilles, and I don't even know if I remember cocaine being in that. I'll see, I guess, because it's the last one in this book. Every Sherlock Holmes movie, story, anytime anyone's talked about Sherlock Holmes, I get that now I'm just finally reading it for the first time, but I never knew that Sherlock Holmes was was like a coke addict. And then on the first page of the second book, hold on. For those of you who might be just as shocked by this revelation as I am, sorry, I am trying to find like the less bright, I know my room is a mess, whatever, I don't care. First page of, you can't see that, of the second book here. Watson comes in and he says, "Which is it today?" I asked, "Morphine or cocaine?" He raised his eyes languidly from the old black letter volume which he had opened. "It is cocaine," he said, "a 7% solution. Would you care to try it?" And then he just takes a line, and then he takes like another line, and then I was like, does Sherlock Holmes do coke? And then I read the back of the book here, and it says, Volume 1 of The Complete Sherlock Holmes begins with Study in Scarlet and is followed by The Baffling Sign of 4, which introduces Holmes's cocaine problem. And I'm like, so is this really that, like, am I really did not ever know that Sherlock Holmes just did a bunch of coke? Just as whatever side note, if it matters or not, I've never done cocaine, so I don't really even know what it's like, because I've never done it. I don't really plan to, if I'm being completely honest. It's just completely changed everything, because I'm like, was Sherlock Holmes coked out the entire time? Because if he was, I mean, that does kind of make him seem like maybe even more of a genius, because he was coked out all the time. I don't know. So that's also what's going on in my reading vlog this week. Andrew finds out that Sherlock Holmes does a bunch of coke. So does anyone else know that? Because I would love to know how out I am in not knowing this. And I also, like, I can't wait for this. Look, see how bad that is? Oh, that's like horrible. And I'm getting my hair cut today, but then I'm hopefully in a couple months not gonna have to worry about it. Ooh, it's so much darker up here. Hi, good morning everybody. How's it going? Just gonna do some more of my little reading vlog. There's a bird chirping outside. No, I'm not wearing a shirt. I don't really care. I've been actually working really hard in my fitness over the last few months in quarantine, so I'm walking around without a shirt these days. It's actually still kind of weird. Sometimes I forget that it's socially acceptable for men to walk around without shirts. Just doing that now, sorry. This channel, you're probably gonna see me shirtless. My writing channel, probably never, because I don't think it's as appropriate. But over here, this is how I woke up. I woke up like that. I did put some stuff in my hair, but it's fine. Anyway, so today, I really am so close to finishing The Queen's Executioner. I mean, honestly, it's really not my favorite book. I've tried. I mean, I'm gonna be giving it a full review, like I said, and I know it's gonna be on the other channel, but on this channel, I like to, I guess, or I want to be talking about what I'm thinking while I'm reading stuff. I have a lot of ideas for all my YouTube channels, or all 2 of them. Yeah, what I've read, I've been doing a chapter by chapter, like, summary of my thoughts and what I think and everything, and I'll just read the first kind of sentence here from what I wrote about chapter 30. There's 34 chapters, so I'm really almost done, but I wrote, "I really feel like this book to me is a prime example of what I mean when I say I prefer character-driven over plot-driven novels." And honestly, yeah, that's just kind of how I feel about this. I really feel like, obviously books need to have a good plot, duh. If it doesn't have a good plot, then it's not interesting. I guess something that I'm feeling is lacking in this book is that I don't, like, I'm on chapter 31, or I just finished chapter 31, I'm sorry, I'm on chapter 32, and I don't have any connection with any of the characters. Like, I don't really care what happens to who. I don't really care what's going on anymore. Like, 3 chapters left, and I'm still not even sure I'd want to go on to read the second book. But at the same time, I feel like if I read the second book, I would feel how I want to feel right now in the first book, because I would have read the first book, so I would have known all of this stuff that's happened. I think that's been my biggest problem with this book, is just that it's like all of this stuff has happened in the past, but we don't really know anything about it. And I'll talk about it more in my detailed review, and I've talked about it in the notes that I'm keeping. On the plus side, it seems like the author knows everything. Like, he knows his characters, he knows the story, he knows the magic and the world building and the history and all of that. I feel also there's a plane coming down, so sorry. I'm just gonna maybe wait for him. Seems like the author knows everything about the story. I just feel that there was a little bit of a like lack in execution. And I hate saying that out loud, I really do. It's the truth, and it's honestly, with this and then the next few books that I'm gonna read, and they're all mostly self-published, and there's been thoughts that I have that I'm gonna be talking about, like the self-publishing versus traditional publishing over on the other channel when I get to it. I feel for self-published authors because they have to put out so many books in order to make a living. But on the flip side, it's hard because it's like when you put out books just really rapidly and really frequently, they're just not always as good or well thought out. And I know that that's like a main thing with self-publishing these days. So I don't know, I'll talk more about it, I guess, later on. In the meantime, I'm glad that my lighting is coming back to normal from these fires. Don't feel like I'm on Mars today, so that's cool. Again, sorry, here's this glare. Anyway, I will check back in when I finally finish this book. I actually have another one that should be coming up today in the mail, so cool, bye. Oh, what's up everyone? I just finished filming a video for Right On In. I was sitting down here back on the reading vlog because I just got one of my books. And I'm just gonna open it up really quick. Right now I'm not sure which one this is. I have 3 different ones coming in 3 different packages, and it would be interesting if it was Pyresouls, because I think it would just be interesting to read that one right after I just read or am reading The Queen's Executioner. I still have a couple of chapters left, but I just think it'd be interesting. And I just finished recording an episode for Right On In, got a flapjack down on the griddle, went out to check the mail, and then I've got myself a new book. So while my pancake is cooking, I thought I would do a quick little unboxing. I know I'm like winded because I got excited because I'm excited about these books. Don't judge me for being a nerd, it's fine. So anyway, these are the books that I just used in Right On In, and now, it is the Pyresouls. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, see, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice. I still love print-on-demand services because the books that they do are just so gorgeous. Okay, before my pancake burns, I'm gonna go get that real quick, but then I'm gonna come look at the book more in a minute when I have my breakfast. Okay, now I've got my pancakes and eggs over here, and don't judge me because I promise I make some pretty bomb pancakes. Before I get started, I just wanted to briefly talk about this book, especially because I can show it to you. Because the other book was on the Kindle, which is what it is. Not all books can be physical, I suppose. And that, I mean, obviously I could have gotten the physical book of that. Like, that's not some sort of like side shade. Like,
well, if there was a physical book.
Because there was. It was just part of like a Kindle sale. Anyway, but I picked this book kind of purposefully because it's an RPG book. And I've never read an RPG book. And at the moment, I'm not 100% sure if it's specifically for a game or if it's just like an RPG inspired type work. I just really liked the synopsis on the back, and it's about a game, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm trying to approach books with less knowledge of them, trying to really like approach them like, okay, so if I started this on book 1, like if it just showed up on my front door one day and I didn't even read the back, like what would I think, you know? So I'll see. But since I bought them, obviously I wanted to at least read the back. Sorry, all these people have been driving by my house all day. Filming has been rough, I'm not even gonna lie. But anyway, I'm excited about this. I'm probably gonna get started on it maybe before I finish the other one. I don't know. I only have 3 chapters left, but it's kind of rough at the end. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry if you're ever Christopher Mitchell watching this, but I was also like really excited about this book, so I might just try to give it a go. And I'll let you know after I eat a pancake or tomorrow when I've made my choice.